final phase of the plan to save the world will be to rescue all humans who have been unknowingly choosing evil over good. Remember, the Q plan to save the world is God's plan to save the world.
Now, Nancy and I do understand that the idea of non-believers being raptured and rescued is considered to be entirely unscriptural. This topic is addressed in many of our videos, and we hope we've made our belief clear that those not made righteous by the blood of Christ cannot enter into heaven.
But those leaving are not going to heaven. And so our rapture story is not a case of giving sinners a second chance.
Why? Because the human race never had a first chance.
There's a mystery man with information to free us from this captured up.
What if an alien race was to come to Earth, maybe just a handful of players, similar to what happened in the ancient times with the 200 that landed at Mount Hermon? Now, using that model and gaming it out, if you're going to take over the planet, how do you do it? How do you manage the technology? How do you focus the endeavors and the labors to do your bidding? You have a cult that wants to take over planet Earth. And that's who we're actually fighting here on the planet. And they've gotten their players that'll do their bidding into high positions, high office, with the goal being to leave the planet. And now the game is about to restart. Once again, this ideal America that has always been the dream and is still the dream and is our goal, that city on the hill that Reagan spoke about, we seek to bring that to pass. And fight's on. Enjoy the show.
These hostile invaders, being described by Juan O Savin, had the advantage of being 1,000 years ahead of humans in technology. And when Lucifer fell to Mount Hermon, the two groups joined forces against humanity.
The invader group immediately began a hybridization program, which is behind the existence and rise of the 13 bloodline families. The hybrids were taught that their DNA is superior to human DNA, giving them the right to rule. For more on the invasion story, watch this video.
Now, think about what the Pilgrims did when they sailed to America. Did they ever have a fair chance to thrive under the immoral and evil tyranny imposed on them by the corrupt bloodline royalty? Of course, the 17 team has done a miraculous job of getting truth out to the masses. But when you consider that what's being uncovered is merely the tip of the iceberg,
And that even if President Trump delivers on every promise, there are still many minds and hearts that are so deeply programmed they've lost the ability to think critically and discern good from evil.
and so the need for a fresh start becomes clear. A new beginning, free from enemy interference and fiercely safeguarded by an entire population of fully informed, highly trained citizens.
Could it be that the new West is what President Trump is referring to when he says we're headed into a golden age?
The world is learning the truth about its manipulators, sparking a dark to light evolution within the human race. And now, every lie uncovered and every challenge overcome is being embedded into the DNA of the human collective. This is the natural ascension process that will carry over into and expedite the build out of their new beginning timeline.
This recent speech by President Trump exemplifies how the power of truth emboldens the heart and sharpens the mind.
Within hours of my inauguration, I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens. I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis- or disinformation. And I will begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly, whether they are the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Health, Human Services, the FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are.
This completes the 2024 Trump Time Travel Series update.
Got a blast!